Good afternoon. This is a news update on Dominion Television, Ibadan. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun. The federal government has begun high-level diplomatic engagement to secure the release of a Nigerian military aircraft and its personnel currently being held by authorities in Burkina Faso. The C-130 transport aircraft and the soldiers on board entered their fourth day in custody after being forced to land by the Burkinabe military government over what it described as an unauthorized violation of its airspace. Senior military sources confirmed that both the aircraft and the crew remain detained, noting that the matter has now been transferred to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for resolution. Commenting on the development, the spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Kimiebe Ebienfa, said the Nigerian embassy in Ouagadougou had already commenced discussions with the Burkinabe authorities. Nigerian labor leaders have been advised to look beyond protests and work more closely with policymakers to develop long-term responses to the country's volatile economy. The call was made in Ibadan by Professor Motoyi Olorode at a conference on inflation and workers' living standards. Professor Olorode warned that inflation has crossed the critical threshold, leaving many workers forced to readjust their household budget almost every week.
Has enjoyed a robust relationship with the labor movements in our Oyo State, in particular with the leadership of the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, the Trade Union Congress, TUC, as well as the Joint Negotiating Council of Oyo State, JNC. And we implore them to continue on that path of cooperation, collaboration to achieve the best for their followers, their members, as well as the masses of.
A Labour Council Chairman, Oyo State Chapter, Boso Alabi, urged the government to stabilize wages, expand social protection programs, and ensure that workers' voices remain heard in national discourse.
People are the people who own companies. Their friends are the employers. And therefore, they make laws that can never really serve Nigeria's working people. It's only under a people's government, a government owned by the people, not a government run by friends of government people who are the owners of business.
It goes without saying that workers' wage is almost valueless today due to hyperinflation and unstable economy that have bedeviled our country due to inconsistent government policies and unimaginable level of corruption that has been endemic over a long period of time without any convincing checks.
Participants also highlighted the shrinking purchasing power and rising pressures confronting households, but expressed determination to demand better outcomes from both government and employers. The meeting ended with a call for stronger collaboration between Labour and government, echoing Professor Olorede's message that Labour must become a partner in policy making rather than just an agitator. The First Lady of Oyo State, Engineer Tamunamini Makinde, has called on women to embrace the spirit of giving and unity as the Christmas season approaches. The First Lady, who was represented by the wife of the Deputy Governor, Ajibike Lawal, made the call during the 2025 Oyo State Christmas Women's Party held at the office of the wife of the Governor, Agodi Ibadan, where food stores were distributed to women from across the state. Earlier in her remarks, the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Inclusion, Toyin Balogun, reaffirmed the present administration's commitment to promoting policies and programs that enhance the well-being, safety, economic independence and dignity of women. The event featured interactions among women, sharing of experiences and distribution of food items aimed at supporting families during the festive season. The participants of this year's Christmas fiesta of Dominion Broadcast Group have expressed their utmost joy, describing the station as a rare one in Oyo State with fascinating equipment. Speaking with Dominion News, some teachers in their speech stated that the experience at the station shows a clear difference from other stations they have been to for the same purpose, stressing that a station ticket of just 3,000 naira comes with a lot more than expected.
Difference I'm so surprised that we can see this kind of thing here. I'm very, very happy to be here. The money we paid is lower than what we are seeing. It's lesser than what we are seeing. The ones we've been through, they tried, but this one, kudos.
Yeah, being here, in fact, is a great moment for me that I really wish for again and again, because it's been a while I go out and have fun like this. In fact, coming in here, because we had access into the control room, we went into every section here, especially the TV sections, where news was being showed out there. In fact, I really enjoyed it. I know and I can tell everyone out there that it goes beyond the amount paid. And the fun we've been having here ever since we came here, in fact, it's been tremendous.
Meanwhile, some students equally expressed their joy, wishing for another time out at the season.
I experienced a lot. Like, I would like to come to Dominion Television again. I would like to come back to this place again. I had a lot of experience. The bicycle to the studio. When we got inside, everything was like as if we're in heaven.
I love dancing and I dance. I also love drumming and I also drum. I like the dance competition here and the weather is cool.
The participants of this Christmas fiesta stand a chance of meeting with their favorite on-air personalities of all time and win different gifts, amongst other exciting things to make it memorable. Away from your state, Lagos State government has sanctioned the release and commutation of sentences for 91 inmates, reinforcing its commitment to justice, fundamental freedoms and access to legal remedies. Speaking at a press briefing in Lagos, the Attorney General and Commissioner of Justice Lawal Pedro San said the annual December 10th event shows the global pledge to uphold human dignity, equality and the rule of law. Regarding the phased release of inmates, Pedro stated that the governor has approved the release of 80 inmates who have served over 70% of their sentences. Additionally, 6 inmates will be released by January 31st, 2026, 3 by February 28, 1 by March 31st, and others by April 30th, bringing the total to 91. He also confirmed that all affected death row inmates have had their sentences commuted to life imprisonment. On the foreign scene, Uganda and the United States have signed a $2.3 billion bilateral health cooperation agreement. The plan is part of the Trump administration's America First global health strategy, which calls for poorer nations to eventually transition from aid to self-reliance in the fight against infectious diseases. Under this memorandum of understanding, Uganda will receive up to $1.7 billion of U.S. funding for its health sector over the next 5 years. United States forces have seized an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela, which marks a sharp escalation in Washington's pressure campaign against Nicolas Maduro's government. Releasing a video of the seizure, Attorney General Pam Bondi described the vessel as a crude oil tanker used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran. Venezuela swiftly denounced the action, calling it an act of international piracy. Talking sport, Victor Osimhen has been crowned Sportsman of the Year at the 2025 GQ Turkey Men of the Year Awards. Osimhen received the prestigious award at an elaborate ceremony. The Nigerian international was recognized for his contribution to Galatasaray's domestic double last season. The 26-year-old registered 37 goals and 7 assists across all competitions for the Yellow and Reds. Osimhen has already netted 11 goals in 14 matches for a Cambridge side this season. He's the first Nigerian to win the award. You can visit our website on www.dominion.org.ng to watch us live and interact with us. You can also follow us across our social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube and LinkedIn at Dominion Broadcast and X at Dominion Cast. And that ends the news update on Dominion Television. I'm Oluwayemi Adelakun saying thank you for watching.